Hello, everyone. I have emerged from my retreat and I wanted to post a video. First of all, to share about my retreat. I think that it can be helpful to know what is happening with your leaders and have a little bit of transparency around that. I think it's helpful. And I know that also some of you posted comments saying that you found it inspiring that I did a retreat. And so I also would like to share a bit about my retreat so that I could further inspire you in maybe you doing some form of a retreat. So um, I just spent some time reading and responding to comments. So your energy is very fresh with me in this moment. And honestly, I'm just feeling so much love for all of you. And so appreciating how everybody is contributing to form this community. I love how people are now starting to post comments out to the community, not just to me. Um, and also responding to each other, which I'd asked you to do in a previous video, because that's part of forming community is by seeing one another and responding to one another with kindness, of course. So, my retreat, just 7 days and such an amazing opportunity to connect with myself and to recharge my batteries. Um, I also, it gave me an opportunity to do some really deep work in an emotional area that I've been needing to do, as well as some deep work on a physical area. And I just find with the busyness of life, there's not the space to do that kind of deep work. So I do find retreat is not only a great time to do meditation and to connect with my Tibetan Buddhist deity who is Vajrayogini, but it's also a time to be able to do some personal work that it's just not possible to do in the flow of everyday life. So, as some of you will know, and many of you will not know, I went through a pretty difficult relationship breakup in July and August of this year. Something that I didn't see coming. It was a deeply loving relationship, and it ended in a very shocking way. And so, um, I have had to do some heart healing so that my heart, you know, could move out of that shocked place and come to a more grounded, more loving place. I want this for myself, but I'm very much feeling that with stepping into this leadership role and having so many people, in a certain way in my care, that it's very important that I am healing my own heart so that my heart is more available, for, receiving information that can be helpful for our community, but also so that I'm available for the exchange of love with all of you. So, very important for myself and for this leadership role to be doing that further step of healing from that relationship breakup. And I'm really, really happy with where I've been able to come to. I've actually done two 1 week retreats since August. So this was the second one. And I am really, really happy with the place that I've been able to come to in terms of feeling a lot better in my heart. And also for me, I'm the kind of person that is able to put things into the past in an easier way by having a better understanding. So I did journaling every day, just a half hour, not to overwhelm myself, just a half hour around the relationship breakup. And I was able to come to a greater place of just understanding, what was happening there and, what could have caused it to happen in such a shocking way. So I was able to come to a greater place of insight, which really helps me. So, and on the physical level, I guess it's probably been between 6 and 8 months, been having a growing challenge with my right shoulder to the point where about 5 weeks ago, I had to stop doing my weight training workout, which is very disappointing to me. I really value developing lean muscle mass as part of preparing for old age. So I was not happy about having to stop doing my strength training. And so over my retreat, I had the space to begin this really beautiful online program for repairing a shoulder. And so I, was able to learn the different exercises and started doing my A routine and my B routine. Every other day I do my A routine. On one day, the next day I do the shoulder repair B routine. And so my shoulder is starting to feel so much better. And I'm very committed to the full road of healing my shoulder. And so um, that was another wonderful part of my retreat of getting to attend on that more tender level for doing some healing work that I needed to do with my body and getting that started. So now it's much easier to keep it going. So I just want to tune in for a minute. I usually like holding a crystal when I'm talking with you, so I just want to tune in for a moment to see if there's anything else that might be helpful to share about, for me, what retreat is. It is a yin time. It is a time of more being, of really attending to myself. I live a pretty yang life. I really love being heroic and doing things in the world. And I really need the balance of my retreat time, of that yin time, of the being softer. I have a much more loose and fluid schedule during retreat, more going with the flow. For me to be so active in the world, I have to have a pretty clear schedule in order to be able to accomplish the many things that I accomplish. So it's really nice in retreat to be letting go of structure and letting go of schedule and just being in sort of whatever rhythm I'm being in. And also something I really love about retreats is that after I've done a retreat, it always leads to me shifting something in my routine in everyday life. Was just we had our Warriors of Peace coaching group on Sunday, and one of the women was talking about the need for change in routine. And for me, um, I find that doing retreats is a great way for sort of my next evolution of routine to emerge. And then, things are going to be shifted once I come out of retreat, which is always refreshing for the spirit and the body. So those are a couple of things that come to mind. And so in terms of perhaps inspiring you to do a retreat, first of all, some people they're able to do longer retreats, which is awesome. I used to do a 2-week retreat every summer, but also lots of people can't even imagine how to carve out 1 week for a retreat. So I want to encourage you that it can be a very valid retreat if you do a weekend retreat, or if you do a 1-day retreat, or if you do a half-day retreat, and just in a very intentional way set aside that time and arrange to be able to be alone. That's really helpful. Not having the need to respond to other people creates the space for you to really be with yourself in retreat. So, creating some alone time, if you live with a family, it might be just saying, I am going to do an afternoon retreat this coming Saturday, and I am going to be in silence. So, anything we need to talk about, let's talk about it before then, because I'm going to be completely like offline with a do not disturb sign on my door. And when I come out to the bathroom, I'll smile at you, but I'd really ask that we not get into any conversation. Just set up that retreat space, even if for an afternoon. And it can be done even when you live with other people. It's just about having the conversation ahead of time, arranging things so that things are settled and you can have that alone time. So I hope that that will plant some seeds for some ideas for how you might be able to create a little retreat for yourself. And who knows? Maybe we could even arrange to do some kind of a half day or full day retreat as a community. I would be happy to lead something online. So that can be a possibility that, we could percolate about. So, yeah, I love retreats. I'm 57 now, and I have been doing them since I was a teenager. So I have a lot of experience with retreats, and I have lots of experience with the traditional sort of hardcore Tibetan Buddhist retreats, but it's been years that I've kind of moved on from that, where I take a much softer approach. Um, and I think that I've got some pretty creative, wonderful ideas that I would love to bring to you if people are interested in us doing a retreat as a community. So I see that some sunshine is coming in and shining on this microphone, which I am using for the first time. I really appreciate one of our community members saying that, that there was some sound problems. My recording was too soft. So I'm hoping that this new microphone setup is going to be an improvement, and I will look forward to your feedback on that. Okay, so I will close this video here, and I will be recording more videos for you to enjoy over this week. I hope that you're having a beautiful day today, and I will look forward to seeing you in the next video.